Umlazi-born footwear phenomenon Reggi Xaba is a son of the soil, taking his authentic Zulu culture and making a successful exportable commercial product of it.
Hi Insider SA, my name is Reggi Xaba. I'm a footwear designer based in Durban, designer for iFele, Sandals. Welcome to my space.
His muse is the aesthetic beauty in African culture.
I follow a very strict design process, which is part of my training. So it starts from quite a lot of research. And even with the culture that I'm familiar with, which is my Zulu culture, or African culture by extension, I still need to pick up books, go to the market, look at the historical work that has been done by other people. And somewhere, some of the things start to make sense in terms of shapes, the colors. So that becomes the fabric of the beginning of the creation. That's conceptually, that's what I do.
Setting the Sandal brand apart is the highly handmade element of its production.
Welcome to Lighthouse Footwear. This is where everything begins.
To his staff, Reggi is a walking, talking university of design.
After we've done the sketches and I'm excited about what's going to happen, I have to sit with Zimasa, who is also a designer, a junior designer in our case. So he has to work according to my direction. So we put together a full design. So it's the right color, the right trims, and then we make one, which is called a prototype samples, and the life of a new style starts there. MZ, we're using e-lantern. Yes. We start cutting from this side. All the materials, when they come in, it comes straight to our cutting department, and the process starts from here. For iFele, they have to finish these uppers by hand. They've already been stitched and they're ready to be created into the traditional iFele styling. It's a very complicated process. That's what makes us unique. If we're making 1,000 or if we're making 200, they all should look the same. So that's why when we say our sandals are handmade, that's what we mean. But sometimes an upper is plain and simple, like this particular style, that are very straightforward. Usually for our mass market retail, which is our Madala style. It's beautiful, but it does not have all the elements that iFele style has. So there's just a little bit of stitching that goes in. After hand lacing, the upper is ready to go on the line and meet the sole to create the full shoe.
A rich source of ideas is this leather craft market, using leather offcuts to create authentic and sustainable Zulu cultural items.
The inspiration I get from this market is the real expression of the Zulu culture in the urban environment, not in the rural environment. So these things, like the stick I just found today, it's got the colors and the geometrics that are beautiful. So we take this and also borrow some of the elements. These are authentic objects which are created by the culture itself. So this is an authentic cultural item. It's not for fashion. But my job is to take this and make it more accessible in a fashion environment and also promote the culture as an ambassador. So iFele is an ambassador of that culture.
Which makes each outlet of this retail chain an embassy, actively promoting South African designed and produced fashion.
Currently at the space, we make sure that we stock our classic lines, the Nandi in black and white, the Nandi in white and blue. The style of the season is the Abantu style in pink, but you also have it in yellow. The model, Snenhlanhla, today is wearing the pink one, and the gentleman is wearing the classic gagas in black and white, which we have it all the time in the same color. This is a classic style.
The fashion styling for the models, for me, primarily is using locally produced garments. We are very proudly KZN, proudly South African. We had to choose the garments that do not conflict with the style of the shoe, rather complement the style of the shoe. The iFele shoe for me, I love the most is the fact that it celebrates what we are as the Zulu culture. I love the aesthetic, and most importantly, it is very, very comfortable. And I love the fact that it has evolved from the traditional style of imbadada to a contemporary style that appeals to the world.
Perfect. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of the day. Thank you for sharing in my space and joining me today. See you soon.
Creating something new, commercially successful, and economically empowering from an age-old culture. That's the way forward.